Okay, we're here with Rhett Wheeler, and Rhett is our beginning class instructor at Orland Park. He basically takes on all new students and takes them through the basics and get them prepared for the regular classes. Rhett, what's your favorite part about teaching those beginner classes, those beginner MMA classes?
My favorite part about teaching beginners classes is probably just the fact that almost no one that comes in there has any experience whatsoever. So just at the very end of the very first class, they feel like they've learned something, like they've learned a tremendous amount of just a basic technique and something they had no idea of what they were doing before. Or maybe they thought they knew what they were doing before, and then after their first class, they're like, wow, I really need to figure out, you know, more moves and more techniques and stuff like that, because it's just a big eye-opener after the first class. And especially after the conditioning portion of the class, people will come in there thinking that they're in really great shape, and then it's just not the same shape that like a mixed martial arts fighter needs to be in. So it's just a really big eye-opener, and that's the one thing that I like to show people, is I really like to open their eyes to the martial arts.
And how do you feel when the people that are in your class graduate and get to go into the regular class, because they're usually with you for a couple weeks to a month, right?
Right. They're in there for about 6 to 8 classes with me, so about 4 weeks. And it feels really good to graduate people, and especially when you see them sticking with it, because I've been teaching beginners classes for about 6 months roughly, and you know, I've seen a lot of the guys that I taught, and they're still in the technique classes, and just seeing their progression from the first day that they walked in, and then hands down they're better just after even like 1 or 2 months. And it's just an awesome progression to see.
That must be a great feeling. It's probably a really cool feeling when you actually see somebody that you started in the MMA training make it all the way to the competition team.
Oh yeah.
Rhett, last thing I want to ask you is how, maybe some of the guys don't know how you actually, started coming to Victory. Can you tell them that story?
Sure. I started coming to Victory Martial Arts because I just needed an outlet for my energy and everything. And when I was a kid, I always wanted to do martial arts, but I could never afford it before. And then I started working at Moraine Valley College, and I was able to afford it after a while, and I looked into it. I think I looked it up on Google, just MMA Chicago, and Victory Martial Arts page came up, and I saw that it was in Orland, so I'm like, oh, that's pretty close, And I checked out the web page, and I talked to Anthony B on the phone, and then I set up a time to come in. I came in and checked it out, and to be honest, after my first class, I wasn't sure, because it was pretty hard, and I thought I was in really good shape and everything. It was pretty hard, and then I came to my second class, and I was just hooked. And then from there, I started coming regularly and everything, and Tommy actually asked me to become an assistant instructor under him. So I jumped on that opportunity, and I started, teaching classes with him and everything, and just shadowing him for a while, and eventually he just handed the torch over to me. And then I took the leadership's course, and then I've been here ever since. I've been taking the helm at the beginners class at Orland.
Well, Rhett, I consider you one of the rising stars on our leadership team.
Thank you.
And we're expecting great things from you, Rhett. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.